This is Dave. Another, I don't know, tutorial of sorts, I guess. Anyway, um, it's no secret that I like old pictures and I like to hand color, hand tint. So I did a search for vintage photo 1909 and I came up with a couple. Here's one, and obviously somebody already colored this, but I love that. I love that work. I love that effect. Okay, so I'm just leave that alone now. That'll inspire me. Next, I'm going to go on to one somebody hasn't done. I didn't pick a really good one because I didn't want to get too complicated. But, okay, I'm going to drag the boxes. So I've got a pretty decent sized screen to work with. And then I can zoom in. Now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start making some layers. I have to convert that to a layer, promote that to a raster layer, promote it to a raster layer. All right. And then I'm going to copy it. Copy. Now, by hitting the L button, these are two tools I use the most. The L button, I'll open up the layer palette. I'm going to name that layer. Rename. Okay. I named it image safe. That means I'm not going to touch it again. Okay, now I'm going to edit, paste as a new layer, and I'm going to name that image work. It's important. I hit the wrong key. Cancel. Right click, rename it. Image. Okay. And I'm going to make that invisible, the image safe. I check the glasses, you can't see it anymore. Now I'm going to edit, copy, edit, paste, a new layer. And I'm going to name that image darker. And I'm going to edit, paste, a new layer. And that's image lighten. I did it again. Cancel. And rename. Alright, now I'm going to start with a lighten, whatever. And I'm going to go into the filters that I've got. And I'm going to go to Medhi, which I don't know where it is on this one now. I know I've got it. Medhi. And I'm going to go to Eraser Genuine. And I'm going to erase. Pick a color in here that's close to what I want. And I'm going to get a little bit more to the middle. Is that working? Yeah, it's working. Okay. I'm going to erase that and I'm going to preserve. I have to double click on it. I'm going to go in here to the woman's flesh because that's the most important thing. Okay. And I'm going to bring it down from maximum down a little bit so I get a little more white. I'm going to click OK. Now I end up with that. It's a ghost. Okay, now I don't need that anymore. Now I'm going to go down here, go back to the same, erase the genuine. This time I'm going to erase the flesh tones. Okay, and double click here. And this time I'm going to preserve the darkest tones. I'm going to pick the darkest area here. Okay, and that's what I end up with right there. Okay, now that's a ghost. Now if I open up all three, I'm gonna leave the safe alone. I've got the image. Okay, so now here's my image work. That's what I'm going to be coloring or painting, and I'm not going to mess with the lightening, lightening it right now. But I'm going to make sure I've got it selected, and I'm going to find a color, and I've got the darker. Actually, I don't want to be in the work. I'm going to find the paintbrush. I'm going to pick my colors. Try to get something in the flesh area. And it's okay, go brighter, because it doesn't matter. Okay. Now I'm going to close the layer, which is just hit the L key, and open up the options. And that's going to bring up the painting key. I want that probably, I like to go between 8 and 25. I want the hardness somewhere around 60, 66. Alright, and I can test it. I'm starting to paint her. I can't paint the dark because I'm on the layer behind it. So I can just like this. Now I pick a low number because it gives you just a little bit more leeway. But I'm probably not going to continue this with the low number. Because I'll be here all night and it takes quite a while to do it this way. I'm just going to show you what I'm doing with the leeway. Okay, see, I'm just hitting now at 12% right now. I can take my step down to, probably 5 or 6. And I can just smear it on like a gel. Alright, now I want her she's a little older. I want the cheeks a little more. And I want to see the lights coming from there. Alright, now, I don't know. What do they think they're wearing? What color? Pick any color I want. Baby should be wearing pink. Yeah, pink. Okay, she's wearing pink. I'm going to take that up. Like I said, I'm going to go a little higher in this. Just because I don't want to be here all night. And I can bring my brush size up. And actually hit the whole thing just like that. See, I just hit Mama's finger. I don't really care. Alright. And then Mama's going to be wearing, bring this brush down, 33. I don't want to say I care, I do care, because every mistake you make, you've got to fix. Alright, now don't worry about the color. Here's, we're going to go back and hit the L again. And when I get rid of the darker, see the mess I made? It's all under the darker. It doesn't matter. Alright. And then I can even make a copy of the image safe. And I can make a copy of that and erase back to that again later. So that doesn't matter. Alright, so now I'm going to be back on image work. And I don't know. What color will she be wearing? I like the reds. I'll find a red. No, not red. Maybe orange. Peach. Peach is a hard color to find. I don't want too much flash color in there. You know what? Green is my picture. Fuck it. And keeping with some pastel colors. Alright. Now, there we're going to have to be more careful. And that sucks too. Control Z. That's why I like to, when I'm doing detail, be back here around 10, 12. Zoom in. Close that, close that. I'll kill that pink. Give that some kind of real line somewhere there. Now, since I'm using that color, pick a spot here, because I'm going to have to get back to it. Okay. Later for more retouching. Okay, we're starting to put some color in it right now. Now I get the plants. I'm thinking they're going to be a deep dark green. So I'll get into a forest green. Maybe even a little more. There we go. And options. Bring the opacity up. I don't know, 25. Size down to. You can change the size while you're here, and you're probably better off doing that. I'm not going to get much color on it because it's going to be going under that dark, but that won't matter because later on, layer, go to image darker. That's when I can get the real colors. Control Z kills that. Alright, back here. But I'm going to get the highlights now. Actually, I should just go all the way up to very high then. Get some real quick highlights on them. Control Z. Get rid of that mistake. Control Z, that was too much on that. Bring that down. 29. Click up there in that bar. Layer options, get them out of the way. Well, if I'm going to show you anything, I might as well show you how to screw up to it then. Alright, make this a real quickie. Control Z. So we won't worry about all that crap. Control Z. Options. Opacity. 72. Hit the O button. And Control Z. Control Z, Z. Make the brush smaller. Give me an 11. Alright, color. Alright, now give me another size up. Get back my green. Did I save it? Yeah, I did. There we go. And opacity. Bring my hardness way the hell down. Smudge that out. My brush size way the hell down. Fix that up. Back to my flesh color. And I didn't save it. Okay, well, don't tell anybody if you don't. Opacity. That's not flesh. Need more arms in it. It's closer. Kill that green. Yeah, she's got working hands anyway. This is back when women did dishes. Alright. So, we're that far. Blue eyes. No. I'm not fine. No, not even in that blue. Maybe. Okay. Turn my density down to splatter the splat. And then my size. And I'm not even getting that. Alright, because that's on the dark side. Alright, now. Close options, open layer. Now I'm going to go to image darker. I want to leave that open though. Image dark side. And I'm going to bring me back to a deep green. Forest green. Okay. And I'm going to go to this brush here. Open the options again. And I'm going to go target the color. And color to target. That's way too much. Control Z. Look at opacity around 10 to 12. Z. And the hardness down. Opacity down around 3 or 4 then. I'm sorry, but I'm really doing this a quickie. But I know a quick fix for it too. And I'll show you in a second what it is. See, it's not coloring any white. There's no white on that layer. And it's only coloring on the Alright, now go back to layers, and I'm going to go back to the save, copy, edit, copy, and I'm going to go back to the Docker, edit, paste as a new layer, and then I'm going to make that lighten. There we go, I brought it back. Okay, so that's just a quick trick. It's a cheese trick though. But anyway, it works. So we're not even halfway there. Now I can go to the, image lighten. And change that to multiply. And the image dark is fine. And image work is fine. And it's a crappy picture, but I want to go to the image lighten. And I want to go to normal. Okay, and I want to color the house a little bit. And I'm thinking, oh, it might be yellow. Let me get some kind of, I like that yellow. Alright. And view. Toolbars. There we are. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the paintbrush and check this again to make sure I'm on the right one. I'm not. I'm going to be on layer lighten. Actually, layer 4. I'm going to do it on the layer 4 because that's just a regular layer. Alright, so I'm going to stay on layer 4. And I got my yellow, my paintbrush. Opacity is 26, size 11. Bring it in. Okay, kill the lighten so I can see what I'm doing. Control Z. The reason why I like these old pictures is because I'm not that good at this. And they weren't that good at painting. So at least I'm working with somebody that I can imitate to some degree. I'm in my league. Alright. I don't think I want any more except for right there. Okay, now I'm going to throw the image lighten back on. And I'm just going to go to color. No. Okay, overlay. There we go. And I'm going to file, save as, and I want to go to PSP. It's already on it, but I go to PSP too. You got also Paint Shop Pro 7 image, which is PSP image. I never use it. It's not as compatible. I don't even know where the hell it is anyway. It's in there though. Anyway, and I have to name it something. I don't know. Girl wall baby. All right, now one more final touch. Edit, copy merged. All right. Edit, paste as a new layer, and I'm going to call that layer, rename. Alright, click down here to make sure it saves the name, move it up, and I'm going to make that highlight. And then I'm going to cut the intensity down. And it's going to bring me exactly the effect that I want. And I like that right there. Alright, I'm going to click save again. File. Oh, it's still saving. Okay, file. Why is it taking so long to save? Well, there's that bar. Oh, because I've got all these layers and it's only half size of it. Now I'm going to save it as woman, wall, baby, as a JPEG. And I saved that, not moved yet. Save. Yeah, I messed up. I didn't merge the layers. Merge all, flatten for JPEG. Now I have to save it again. Save. Alright, now that's done. Now let's go look what it looks like in a real viewer. Close that. Close that. Nah. Nope. Alright. Pictures. After 812. Not moved yet. Woman, baby. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Arrange icons. Sort by. Modified. Oh, suck. View. Name. Oh, you really suck. Open with Paint Shop Pro 7. Come on, move it. Close it. File. Close it. Shut up. File. Go wall, baby. File. Save as. Not moved yet. Alright, I'm going to just cheat. I'll delete one. That'll put it at the top. Save. Kill it. Okay. After 8, go back again. Go wall, baby. Escape. I open the PSP. I'm so dumb. Alright. Grow wall baby. That's what we just did, coloring it. And I can go back and touch it up, save the colors, blah, 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 blah. That's done. I'm done. See you later. Goodbye.